Hello, my dear friend! Bem-vindo, bem-vinda a mais um episódio incrível de Magic Stories. Este podcast que vai te ajudar a turbinar o seu inglês. Eu sou o seu host, Leonardo Leite, um verdadeiro viciado em idiomas. Eu estou muito empolgado por ser seu guia nesse mundo encantador das Magic Stories. Então é o seguinte, nesse podcast a gente acredita no poder das histórias para impulsionar o seu aprendizado de inglês. E em cada episódio, nós vamos te apresentar uma história mágica, na verdade, uma magic story, que vai te levar a uma aventura de aprendizado. Mas calma, não é só isso. Eu vou estar aqui com você, soltando algumas dicas preciosas e compartilhando meus pensamentos sobre os personagens, reviravoltas e tudo mais daquela magic story. Agora, a gente não está aqui só para relaxar e ouvir não, tá? Nós estamos aqui para entrar em ação e colocar as suas habilidades em inglês à prova. Preparei alguns desafios muito legais para você. Nós vamos falar sobre a sua realidade, usando as frases, estruturas e vocabulário que você aprendeu na Magic Story. Então, prepare-se para dar vida ao seu inglês. E aqui vai uma vantagem extra para você. Se você quiser variar um pouco e ter uma experiência visual, pode conferir a versão em vídeo desse podcast lá no meu canal do YouTube. Não se preocupa, porque eu coloquei aqui o link embaixo nos detalhes do podcast. Então vai lá, dá uma olhada, aproveite, curta esta Magic Story com um visual em vídeo. Agora, se você está pronto para elevar as suas habilidades em inglês para o próximo nível, eu tenho uma coisa especial para você. É o método Magic Stories. E é muito legal. Você vai se aprofundar em histórias ainda mais surpreendentes, fazer exercícios práticos e receber feedback personalizado. Acredite, vai ser um divisor de águas para você. Então, se você estiver curioso e quer saber mais sobre o método Magic Stories, é só clicar no link que está aí nos detalhes do podcast. Vai te levar para um nível completamente novo de habilidades em inglês. Não perca essa oportunidade de turbinar o seu aprendizado, my friend. É isso aí. É hora de mergulhar na nossa primeira Magic Story. Preparado? Ok, então vamos lá. I'm going to talk about Grazi Wants to Change. Okay? And at this moment, you don't even need to look at me in the screen here. What you really need is to focus on your listening. So if you are wearing what do you call it? Headphones, please do. I recommend using headphones. Okay? Great. What can I say about Magic Story number 1? Grazi, right? And as I remember, Grazi is a woman. She's 45 years old. I believe that she's not really happy with her life. She wants to change something in her life. And she lives in Brasilia. She's a lawyer. She's married. She has 2 daughters. She works for the federal government. And she lives in a big house. And I know that it's a nice house near the lake Paranoá in Brasilia, right? And with a great view to the water. And about Grazi, as I remember, she's friendly, she's outgoing, and she loves talking to people. She considers herself a shy person, a shy woman, because she doesn't like to stand out. She doesn't like to be noticed by lots of people. And as she says, she gets embarrassed very easily as she stands out. She loves going outdoor, and she loves doing outdoor activities, right? Biking, hiking, and I also remember that she loves talking, and she loves talking to her daughters. She's crazy about her daughters. And then about her daily routine, she wakes up early, right? She has breakfast, and then, I think she goes running first. So she has a very healthy life. And then she goes to work, and she has a very regular 9-to-5 job. She goes to She goes to work at 9. She comes back at 5. When she comes back, she sits in her backyard, turns on her iPad and starts listening to English lessons, just like as you were doing right now. What can I say about this story? And the question is, Grazi has got a great life. Why does she want to change? And that's the main topic of this story. No matter how great someone's life can be, it's always possible that this person is not happy with the life he or she is living. And that makes us think, right? I mean, the person has got everything. She's got a beautiful house, a husband, 2 daughters. She makes money. She exercises. She eats healthy. She invests in her personal development as she listens to English lessons every day in her backyard. So why isn't she happy? And what does she want to change in her life? Something very interesting about this story, and let me show you, and I'm going to show you the story here. And nope, not here. Okay. Let me show you the story. That's it. Now, can you see the story there? Now, let me change this a little bit here. Okay. All right. Now, as you can see the story here, Graziella is a 45-year-old woman who wants to change her life. She lives in Brasilia. She lives in a big house. She's friendly. What she likes doing. How does she feel about her family? And a little bit of her daily routine. That's it. So the purpose of this magic story is to help you understand how to talk about yourself or somebody else's life. So after you practice with this magic story, you can start using these sentences, using these phrases here, right? To talk about yourself. And then you use the same phrases to talk about your father, your mother, your husband, your boss, your neighbor, anybody, right? So if you take a look here, Graziella is a 45-year-old woman who wants to change her life. How do you challenge yourself? Well, talk about somebody else. Okay? Mary, or let's talk about a man. Okay? Let's talk about Rogério. Every time Rogério is in the room, I like to talk about him. I don't know why. I like him very much. Anyway, Rogério is a 50-year-old man. Great. Oh, but I don't know how to say who wants to, but no. You can say Rogério is a 50-year-old man who lives in Brazil or who wants to travel abroad. Leonardo is a 49-year-old man who is an English teacher. Challenge yourself. Try making different connections using the same way of talking about Grazi. She lives in Brasilia. She lives in Brasilia, the capital of Brazil, with her husband and 2 kids. Rogério lives, I can't remember, I think Rogério lives in, Rogério, tell us where you live. Let's see. Rogério, right down there where you live. I think it's somewhere, I don't know if it's in the south. I think it's in the south. I'm not sure. Is Rogério there? No? So I'm going to say that Rogério lives in Fortaleza. All right? Rogério lives in Fortaleza with his wife and his family. He is an engineer and he works in a construction company. So after you practice this for a long time, you are going to be able to use the same thing that you have been practicing all week, all 8 days or 10 days, and start talking about somebody else. right? Okay. And then we move on. We start talking about the personality of a person, of a person, the personality of a person. Okay. And use these words in the vocabulary about personality: outgoing, friendly. Or if you can't remember, or if you don't know the name or the vocabulary about personality, tell us what she likes doing and what she or he doesn't like doing. Right? So Rogério is a person who loves playing football. He is a person who loves talking to his daughters. Leonardo is an English teacher and he's very outgoing, and he doesn't like going to the post office. Whatever. Okay? So don't miss the opportunity to challenge yourself using the structure, using whatever you learned during the magic story cycle, and start talking about other people. As we could see here in the beginning, most of you want to speak, right? Which means that most of you here are better listeners. I mean, you can listen and understand, but you can't talk, right? You can't talk. It's hard for you to speak. But listening a lot will help you speak. Trust me on that. All right? Good.